Peace, peace. This is the channel True Consciousness and Prosperity. Today we building on a couple of different topics. One of them is we are connected, meaning the same energy that's within me is the same exact energy that's within you. We're all connected to one life force, broken down and split up to occupy different bodies, to express life in unique ways and receive life in unique ways. To show and prove the vastness of that one entity, no one human are alike. We're all different and all unique. And also in a non-physical reality, there's no gender. The only way you have gender is according to the body that you assign to. All right. Now we're going to build on programming the brain. Like the 30-day challenge I gave y'all to consistently think positive and feel positive. When you do this, you reprogramming the brain until it becomes habitual. You keep practicing being positive. You keep practicing being extremely grateful, and what happens is you reach a level where it becomes basically a second thought. It becomes a part of your nature. It becomes you. The old you will cease to exist, and the new you will be brought forth. Okay? Now we're dealing with never compete, just be creative. Never compete with anyone or anything, just be creative. Because when you compete, it sort of saps your energy. You're busy watching the next person, or watching what the next person doing, and you're not focused on what you're doing because you're worried about what the next person doing. You're competing. When you find yourself competing, get out of that. All you need to do is focus on self and be extremely creative. You don't need to compete with anyone or anything. Just be extremely creative. Extremely creative. So no need to compete. We are all connected. You're connected to everything that exists. All life forms, plant, all life forms, you're connected. When you realize this and you live it out, everything starts to work for you and you start to work for everything. You're entering the kingdom of God. Awareness, being aware that you are all things and you are everything. Everything else, like we've learned along the way, is unnatural. You know what I'm saying? We are natural. We are nature. Natural. Love all weather too. That's another thing I wanted to get at y'all about. Because the weather is something that you gotta live with. It's something that you do live with from birth until you make your transition. Weather is something that you live with. So when you learn to love and appreciate all weather, this greatly adds on to your consistent positive state of mind. You must love sunny days, rainy days, snowfall, cold weather, hot weather. You must love it all. You can't never look out your window and say, oh, it's nasty outside. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, it's raining. I ain't feeling this. What you're doing right there is you're tampering with your positive state of mind. And also you're not being grateful for the weather, which is a part of you, and the weather is for you and is also a part of you. So you're showing disgratification when you're like, it's nasty outside. Never do that. Love all weather. All weather. Love it all. Because weather is something that you live with for your whole entire life. And then we're dealing with the bonus of the day. The bonus of the day is actually physical. I would urge everybody, save a lot of your money that you accumulate. Save money, save. Also invest your money, stocks and bonds. Work on your dividends. Work on your dividends. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to reiterate. Work on your dividends. If you can get your dividends up to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, it's going to help you greatly. Work on your dividends, stocks and bonds. Invest in companies that have a good dividends. That's the word of the day. That's a good tip. And save your bread. Spend a certain percentage on yourself or whatever bills. Save your bread, and also have another part that you invest in. You're buying stocks. Alright? Another thing too, don't let anyone put their insecurities on you or their shortcomings on you. Don't listen to them. Some people, if they failures or they see themselves as a failure and they didn't achieve this and didn't achieve that, when you tell them about what you want to do or what you doing, they'll put their insecurities on you by, certain little things. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to do that, pointing out all of the bad parts. You ain't gonna be able to do that, or this might happen, Words, you gonna do that? They're trying to throw a monkey wrench in your whole process. So don't listen to other people's insecurities. Totally listen to yourself. Don't seek a lot of encouragement or a lot of insight from other people. Go within self and get that from yourself, because you are your best friend. First is God, which is you in your highest form, and then it's you. This concoction, this mixture of soul and human. It's you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna encourage yourself the best. Don't listen to anyone's insecurities. Don't let it affect you. Okay, recap real quick. We're gonna recap. You know what I'm saying? The recap is we are all connected. You're connected to all life. Cats, dogs, all life that exists. Even if it exists outside of this planet. We're all connected. You know what I'm saying? Once you realize this and love this, everything will work for you and you will work for everything. It's like the kingdom of God. And then we dealt with reprogramming the brain. Any consistent thoughts you keep practicing, like the 30-day challenge I gave y'all, you keep practicing on being positive, keep practicing on seeing the bright side of situations, it becomes habitual. It becomes second nature through repetition. All right, and then we dealt with love all weather. All weather, love it, appreciate it. Don't be ungrateful for the rain. Don't be ungrateful for cold weather. Don't be ungrateful for snow, because it all plays a valuable part. It all plays a valuable part in all life. All life works together. You have to be grateful for every single thing. This is a program that they taught you. Oh, it's raining outside. It's nasty. Actually, it's not nasty. It's cleaning the air, and it's cleaning the concrete, and it's cleaning the grass, and it's feeding the grass, and it's feeding us in the oceans. It's actually beautiful. So love the weather. Don't ever be ungrateful like that. And remember, when you think a certain part of the weather, is disgusting, you're being extremely ungrateful. Remember that. Now, and then we dealt with the bonus, which is physical. The stocks and the bonds, dividends, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Invest in different companies. Join, it's basically like joining the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody investing in worthy companies, and you're dealing with that dividends. Get that dividends up, because that's going to help support you. And another thing, the last thing we built on is don't let other people's insecurities affect you. Don't let anyone's insecurities affect you. And as far as that, you know what I'm saying? Just flow. You know what I'm saying? Also realize that, you are a creative being. You're a creative being. You're part of the Most High. That's another thing we built on. Never think of yourself separated from God. Whether you do negativity or positivity, it's whatever. You always a part of God. You are part of God. God is you and your highest self. You know what I'm saying? You are a part of God. Never think of yourself as not a part of God. And also you can learn from positive things and you can learn from negative things. All things is a blessing. And make sure you remember, see yourself as a part of God. Never see yourself separate. Never see yourself as just a human. Because what you're doing is you cutting yourself off from all of the spiritual guidance. You cutting yourself off from all of the divine creativity that's being sent to the human race to make it better and more advanced. This is what ideas are. Ideas are blessings coming from God. When you come up with an idea, if you don't move on it, another person going to pop up with that same exact idea, especially if it's going to service the human population. This is also why when you come up with an idea to move on it, but these are blessings from God. When you get an idea and it's going to serve the human race, it's a blessing. It's being sent through you and also through other humans to make the human race evolve. Another thing I wanted to touch on too that I touched on before about racism. Remember that racism is a disease. If you're racist, you're sick. You're sick inside. You know what I'm saying? You're sick. And remember that racism cripples the advancement of the human race. And also, people that have different religions, if you have a religion, don't hate the next person or dislike the next person because their religion is not yours. This is what started holy wars. You know, people died behind that. You know, what I think is right, what you think is wrong. No, every religion is a different aspect of one entity, of one thing. It's just different aspects, different points of view. Every religion, every culture has some truth in it. Try to unite and find common ground in different religions and different cultures. Your religion, everybody shouldn't deal with your religion. You know, there's different locations of the world, different races of people, and they praise the Almighty in different unique ways. So it's not all about how you think, you know what I'm saying? It's about all of us, and remember, we're all connected. So all religions, we love all religions, love all cultures. Don't hate on the next religion or the next culture because they're not exactly dealing with what you're dealing with. That's also going to cause you to be bitter. It's going to cause you to be bitter because you're not loving all things that exist, all things that you know, and all things that you know you don't know because knowledge is infinite. All right? Another thing too, this is a wrap. I also want to give recognition to the whole Arnold family and the whole Robbins family. Very beautiful, strong people. And we're doing a lot better. Everybody's growing. Everybody's growing. We're doing a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And on this one, I want to give a shout out to my 3 big bros and my 2 little bros, or my Aelites. They not little bros, they Aelites. We on the same level. My 3 big bros is my brother G, is my brother Tim from Philly, and my brother Kev. These are my 3 big bros. My 3 bros, my 2 bros, it's more. I'm not going to get everybody on this video, but I'm going to give a shout out to G, Tim, and Kev. I'm going to give a shout out to Khalid, Barbie, Walter, you know, L. Dot, you know, Ronald William. And I'm going to give more too. I'm going to give more recognition too. I just felt like giving recognition to some of my peoples. But it's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more. It's the females too. I'm gonna hit the females on the next joint, but that's some of the males. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of us. And also, peace to the whole world. I'm gonna give a shout out to the whole globe, the whole planet, all of the cultures, all of the different shades of people. We all one. You know what I'm saying? I also want to give a shout out to any life that exists beyond the planet Earth. Any life that exists beyond the planet Earth. If you can hear me, what's popping? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving a shout out to all things that exist. I love all things. You must love all things that exist. This is the only way to connect to source power, which is you in your highest form. It's the only way. So until then, I'm gonna say, you can subscribe if you want. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, and then we gonna say peace, the absence of confusion.